Is the Saints season sunk? Is the season over? Or what exactly is the path to the playoffs? So ladies and gentlemen, today in this video, we're going to be talking about exactly what we need now, what we need to focus on now for the New Orleans Saints for the rest of the 2024 NFL season. So let's go and take a look at where things stand right now. So right now, the Bucs are 3-1. Falcons are 2-2. Saints are 2-2. Panthers are 1-3. If you look at point differentials, the Saints are way ahead with 57. Now, the Falcons still are in a negative, and the Bucs have a 19 point differential. Okay, so we're going to do a little exercise today. We're going to look at our schedule, and we're going to try and simulate the rest of the NFL season to see where things play out right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the simulation first. So it already accounts for the first 4 weeks. So let's go next week. Tampa, Atlanta. For most of these, I'm going to split the divisional games and give the home team the win. It's pretty much how we're going to do it. So Atlanta, we give them the win here. Saints are against the Chiefs. We'll give the Chiefs the win there. Okay, we're only going to do Falcons, Bucs, and Saints. And then if the Panthers happen to play some of those teams, they'll get thrown in there too. But we're not going to worry about the Panthers. I would consider them a non-factor for the rest of the season. Okay. So then we go Tampa at New Orleans. Like I said, we'll do the home team in the divisional splits. The Falcons play the Panthers. I'll give the Falcons that game because the Panthers, again, are dog water. Week 7, Broncos at Saints. We'll give that to the Saints. Falcons play the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are markedly better than the Falcons, I would say. So we'll give it to the Seahawks. And then the Bucs play the Ravens. I would say the Ravens are better than the Bucs. Week 8, let's go Atlanta at Tampa. Again, I'll give the home team that one. Saints at Chargers. This was a coin toss, but I'll give the Chargers this one. We're going to try and keep this as fair as possible. And again, they kind of simulate the scores out. So 29-25, you can see it here. 18-16, whatever. Okay, we'll keep on moving. So then we have Saints at Panthers. I'll go with the Saints. Panthers, again, dog water. Let's see. Tampa at the Chiefs. I'll go with the Chiefs. And then who does Atlanta play? Atlanta plays Dallas. We'll be kind, and we'll give Atlanta this one, even though that's an absolutely tight game right there. Week 10, we go, let's see, Saints with Falcons. Again, home team divisional, 23-21, another close one. That'll be fun. 49ers, Tampa. And the 49ers are better than Tampa, so we'll go with that. Week 11, we go Browns, Saints. We'll go the Saints. Browns are kind of suspect right now. Falcons, Denver. We'll go Falcons that one. And then Tampa is on a bye in Week 11. Week 12, Saints are on a bye. Falcons are on a bye. So let's go find Tampa. Week 12, Tampa is playing the Giants. Yep, I will happily give Tampa that one. Week 13, let's see here. Falcons, Chargers. We'll give the Chargers that one. It's at home. Bucs, Panthers, we'll give the Bucs that one. Rams, Saints. Rams are struggling right now. It's hard to say because of the injuries. Let's be harsh on the Saints, and let's give the Rams that one. But that absolutely is the one the Saints can win, especially with the current injuries for the Rams. Okay, Saints at Giants. Saints get that one. Falcons at 49ers. Vikings. Right now the Vikings beat everybody, so we'll go with the Vikings. Tampa and the Raiders, we'll go with Tampa. Week 15, Saints at Washington right now, very difficult. I mean, Washington looks like a juggernaut right now. It is at home. I still think at that point the Saints will be favored. So let's go with the Saints. Tampa at the Chargers. Week 15, the Chargers might be healthy. I'll still give it to the Bucs. That one's close, though. I kind of want to give it to the Chargers, but I'll give it to the Bucs. Falcons, Raiders, I'll get the Falcons there. I'm really being lenient here, given those 2 wins on the road. Coin toss games like that, but this is just for an exercise. Then we go Giants, Falcons. We'll go Falcons. Let's see. Bucs, Cowboys on the road. Let's go Dallas and Green Bay here. So the Saints lose to Green Bay. Tampa loses to Dallas. Tough games. All right, week 17. So let's look at where we're at now. So now, in this situation, the Saints are winning the NFC South. 9-6. Falcons are 9-6. Bucs are 8-7. So week 17, we have the Raiders at home. We win that game. Carolina at Tampa. Tampa wins that game. And the Falcons I just saw them. Where are they at? Oh, they're against Washington. On the road, that's tough, but I'll be nice again. Falcons get the win on the road to the Commanders. So week 18, going into the last week of the season, if all holds, it will be Saints 10-6, Falcons 10-6, Bucks 9-7. Carolina at Atlanta, we'll give it to Atlanta. Saints at Tampa. Oh. So this is kind of it. This is kind of what it looks like, because if I give Tampa this one, now Tampa would have nothing to play for here, theoretically. Their season would be over. Well, I guess that's not totally true. They probably could still get a wild card. So it comes down to this game, because if the Saints win this game against Tampa, we could be 11-6 and potentially in a tiebreaker situation for the division lead. We lose that game, everything else goes the way I said it. And remember, I was very, very lenient with some of the Falcons games and some of the Bucks games. I mean, this is pretty worst case scenario in a lot of these games. So this is how it looks. The reason I'm bringing this up is because when we did the post-game stream, a lot of people were saying Chiefs this, Chiefs game, Super Bowl, Chiefs game, Super Bowl. That's not the case. Like, if you look at how we had this going, we had us losing to the Chiefs in week 5. We had us losing to the Packers. We had us losing to a lot of games, losing to the Rams at home, splitting some games with the Bucks, splitting some games with the Falcons. We gave the Falcons and Bucks some wins that they maybe shouldn't have won. And the whole point is that all those roads still lead to a very congested NFC South come week 18. So no matter how you slice it, more than likely, this season is going to be determined in the last couple of weeks of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, it is week 4. Okay? It is week 4. We lose the Chiefs game. We win the Bucks game at home. Beat the Broncos. Beat some of these teams that I'm talking about that we certainly should. Atlanta slips up somewhere down the road. Tampa slips up somewhere down the road. We are right back in this thing. 10 wins, 11 wins even, as y'all can see by this little simulation. 11 wins. 11 wins is still on the table. Okay? 11 wins is still on the table. And like I said, I'm not jumping through hoops here. I've got us losing games that you could argue we should win, or you could argue that we'd be favored in. And I've got the Falcons and Bucks winning games that arguably they'd be dogs in. So it's still in front of us. Like, the fact that, and we kind of said this after the Eagles game, where what did we learn after the loss? All we really learned was that the Saints aren't going to go undefeated. Right now, all we learned is that the Saints aren't going to run away, seemingly, with this division. But what we want to achieve, division championship, host a playoff game, maybe make some noise in the playoffs, that is still there. That is still on the table. Let's look at some of our individual players. So Alvin Kamara, let me get the old calculator out. Alvin Kamara right now has 362 yards rushing. So super quick math, 362 divided by 4 is 90.5 times 17. I mean, that's a lot. That would be Alvin rushing for what, 1,500 yards. So that seems like a lot. Okay, so that might come down, but still, the conversation before the season was Alvin. Will he have over 1,000 yards? Okay, and right now, that has certainly been the case. Let's look at Chris Olave. Let's look at Chris Olave here, the boy. Chris Olave, let's look at his stats. And he had a slow start. Remember, he had a real slow start. Only had 2 catches. So right now, Olave has 265 yards over 4 games, which is 66.25 yards. Times that by 17, so on average. That would be 1,126 yards. So Olave be on pace for over 1,000 yards as well. Okay. So does this suck right now? Yes, it sucks real bad. Is it still on the table? Yes. So let's look at the schedule. The schedule for the Hoodettes. All right. So we're 2-2. Chiefs game, let's just mark it down as a loss. We can win it, but let's just mark it down as a loss for right now. So we're 2-3. Okay. Tampa, must win. These two are must wins. Home games like that, must wins. Home game against Atlanta, must win. I mean, so then let's say we go win-win. Okay. So now at that point, we would be 4-3. At Los Angeles, coin toss. I gave us a loss there, whatever. But we could win it, depending on how hurt they are and all that stuff, no doubt. But let's just say we lose it. Okay, so what are we, 4-4 right here? Carolina, Atlanta, Cleveland. This is the stretch right here, ladies and gentlemen. Got to beat Carolina on the road. Got to beat Atlanta at home. Got to beat Cleveland at home. That's the stretch right there. Because you're 4-4 here, then 5, 6, 7, you're 7-4. Going into a bye week. This is it right here. This stretch. You just kind of tread water against Kansas City, tread water against the Chargers, take care of business at home, Tampa and Denver, and then you can come out of this 7-4. You come out of your first 11 games 7-4 going into the bye week. It's all there. It's all right there. And then who knows? I mean, I gave the Rams, I gave us that as a loss. It's at home. You've been at home at that point for over a month. You just came off of a bye week. You could win this game. 8-4. Not mad at that. And then look at the end here. New York, Washington, Vegas, Tampa, with everything probably on the line. Your destiny is in the hands if you're the Saints. So it's important to remember, even though it feels like, okay, it's over. Like, even though it feels like season's tanked. I mean, I saw a lot of people saying tank. I saw a lot of people, I know, caught in the throes of agony, but I saw a lot of people saying, all right, season's over, tank, let's see Rattler next year. I'm here to tell you, 10 wins, 11 wins is still absolutely on the table. And even if a pseudo worst case scenario in a lot of these games plays out, not a true worst case scenario, but if we, lose some coin flips, win some coin flips, whatever, you're still staring at 10, 11 wins with that Tampa game hanging in the balance. And that's with basically a perfect rest of the season from Atlanta and Tampa. So the path is still there. The path for the Saints is still there to a playoff berth. The path is still there. And if you're following how we had it with 11, 10 wins, a wild card is open as well. I know we're trying to win the division, but the wild card is still on the table as well. So it's one of those things where, you got to remember this was a team that was looking at 7.5 wins. I think we're still ahead of that, even with this loss. The good thing is that it's on the road. And these road divisional games we kind of had as losses anyways. If we would have stole this game today or stole the game against Philly, we'd be flying. But it's tough. It's going to be a tightrope. It's going to be absolutely razor thin. We absolutely cannot drop games to Carolina. We can't drop games to Denver. We can't drop games to Vegas. We can't drop games to the Giants or even to Washington at home. We can't lose to rookie quarterbacks. I don't care how good Jaden Daniels is right now. We got to figure those games out. And then the coin flip games, we have lost the 2 coin flip games we've had so far. We have to win some of these other ones. Coin flip game against the Chargers. Coin flip game against Cleveland. Coin flip game against the Rams. Coin flip game against Green Bay. Like, you got to win those. Got to win some of them. Can't just lose them all. Can't lose every close game. So, feels bad right now, but I think it is right there. I really do. And I think this is one of those losses where it feels like it was season crushing, feels like it was season defining, but in reality, we had us pinned in as losing this game anyways, right? We did tons of season previews. Every single season preview, we had us losing this game because it's a divisional game on the road, just like we have us losing this game to Tampa. Can we win it? Sure. Could we win today? Sure. But we had us pinned in losing to Dallas, Philly, Atlanta, Kansas City. This is all baked in. And we got one we weren't supposed to get with Dallas. So I said it a million times. If we're 2-3 after our first 5, I'd be ecstatic. Okay. All right. We're 2-3. If we lose to Kansas City, good chance we win. But 3-3, 4-3. What if we're 6-3 after this Carolina game? What if we win some of these coin flips in here? I'm just saying, there's a lot of football left to be played. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Kansas City, Monday Night Football, October 7th. I will be live streaming the entire game. We're going to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully I make it there by that time. Otherwise, it'll be a very awkward celebration. I'm planning on doing some giveaways, some stuff like that. I'll try to announce it later this week in different videos, but just plan on Monday Night Football live stream for the entire game. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, full live stream on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So very exciting. And like I said, I'll try and do some giveaways or something for the big 10,000 subs. We might have a cake. Who the hell even knows? But make sure you are locked in for that game and watch it with the face of the franchise. All right. Thank you very much for listening to this little positivity rant, if you will. Positivity Ranch would be one hell of a place to go. It'd be quite the meditation venue. Get on down in the comments below. Go fill this out. So I'll link this in the description, the Sportskeeda kind of season predictor, and see what you come out with. Do a few different algorithms. Do a few different things. Go through. You can do the entire NFL or just do our division, however you want to do it, and see exactly how this comes down. See exactly where you land on some of these. You know, because I've done it a few different ways, and I really never. I never get too far apart with the Saints, Falcons, and Bucks. They're always like one win away from each other. Sometimes I've done it to where Saints are 1, Falcons are 2. Sometimes I've done it where Bucks are 1, Saints are 2. But they're always 11-11-10 or 11-10-10 or 11-10-9. It's right there. So go do it and check it out, and let me know in the comments below what you come up with. All right. There we go. Be positive. We can still do it. We just have to win some of these games we're supposed to and get lucky in a couple coin flip games. I wish we were 4-0, but the good news is that we were never supposed to be 4-0. So 2-3 or 3-2 if we beat the Chiefs. Can you even imagine? Whew! Can you even imagine? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.